Hello curl friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jody and it's great to have you join me today. Today we are doing one of my what's new videos. So I'm excited to bring you products that have come out primarily January, February, and March. Now there will be some products maybe that came out in the tail end of December that I didn't catch before I filmed my video, my last video. But primarily we're looking at 3 months of new products that have come out. And in this video, I am going to give you a little synopsis on these products, let you know if I'm interested in purchasing them. And here's the catch. I'm going to do a special video on one of these new releases, and I want your guys' help deciding which one I'm going to do. So there are going to be some parameters on that. I'm going to let you know which products are eligible for voting because I'm not going to be interested in all of these. So I will let you know, like I said, but this is going to be a longer video. So grab yourself a drink, grab yourself whatever, a snack maybe that you like. I have my iced matcha latte here. And I do need a drink because I actually started filming this already and didn't like how it was going. So I'm starting over again and I need a little refresher here. Okay, are we ready now? The first brand I'm bringing to you has had releases all throughout this time, and some of them are no longer available. So if you don't like that, let me know and I can just let you know in the future what's new videos, what releases have come out and are currently still available. But as of right now, I'm going to include all of them, but this is the brand Sultanacles. So she has been popping out a lot of stuff. First of all, they had their winter releases. They had a Mrs. Frosty deep conditioner. They had a Platinum scalp oil. They had an Afro Cider twist mist. And then they had a Dash the Ash body balm. And so the only one I was really interested in, possibly, and when I say really interested in, I meant slightly interested in, was the Mrs. Frosty deep conditioner. But I have a ton of deep conditioners. I have a ton of products from Sultanacles that I need to work through. So I really don't need to pick up anything new for a while. Now, I don't believe any of those are currently available, but they have released their spring edition here. And they had the Mainstay Hentai Clay treatment, which I already have and I have done a video on. So if you're interested in that, I will try to link that in the cards. Then they have Aquaman Instant Moisture Potion Leave-In Conditioner. They have the Sprout-tastic Curl Elastic Deep Conditioning Treatment, and they have a Mega Greens Butter Shampoo. Now, the only one I'm really interested in, because I've already tried one of them, is the Mega Greens Butter Shampoo. I would like to try some other butter shampoos because I'm thinking I would like to use it as like one of my pre-poo things. Currently, right now, I'm using a co-wash, and I think these butter shampoos are kind of like a co-wash. I'm mainly looking for a little extra slip and detangling for my hair before I shampoo. And if I can get a little bit of cleansing action in that step too, that's great. So like I said, I don't need to buy any Sultanacles products right now, but if I did, that would be one of them I'd be interested in. Moving on, they do have another butter shampoo that has come out. It is part of their Aquabotanicals line. They have the Strawberry Whip Moisture Dip Butter Shampoo. And that one actually sounds more appealing to me than the Mega Greens one, just because strawberry being a more fresh scent. I like fruity scents. But as I said, I don't really need these products right now, so I'm gonna hold off. Then they also have a Pineapple-licious Coil Nutritious Heavy Moisture Cream, and it's in a salon size. Now, being that it's a heavy cream, I'm not really interested in. For the hair benefits for this, it says the enzymes in the pineapple enrich the hair follicles, delivering vital nutrients to them, and it's supposed to improve the thickness and elasticity of the hair. Sounds great. It just sounds like it might be too heavy for my hair, and I certainly don't need something in a salon size with all the products that I currently have. Moving on, Sultanacles also has 2 other products that have been released earlier and are no longer in stock. But they have an Afro Love Scalp Rub, then they have a Heat Sage Love Solvetic Hot Oil Treatment. And neither of these products I'm really interested in. One, I have plenty of oils that I can use as hot oil treatments. I just don't use them that often. And then a scalp rub, I don't know. My scalp is in good condition. It has been in good condition for about a year, and I don't want to screw it up. So I'm avoiding that. Moving on to a new brand literally, if I understand this correctly, this new brand named Watch and See, as in SEA, the founder is the same lady who had founded Main Choice. If I understand that correctly, that's what somebody has told me. She has a whole new line that she's created in this brand, and she has a Shimmer and Shine Flourishing Shampoo. It's supposed to be a gentle cleanser. There's also a pre and post poo 3-way flourishing conditioner. So it's a multitasking conditioner. It's supposed to detangle, condition, and nourish. And then there's also a deep continuous flourishing mask. It's supposed to target damaged hair, restoring strength, moisture, and vitality. Then there's a strand protection leave-in flourishing conditioner, supposed to deliver intense hydration and long-lasting softness. There's a revive and refresh rehydration spray, which is supposed to give you more moisture. There's a scalp to ends flourishing oil. It's supposed to be a luxurious oil blend that delivers intense nourishment from roots to ends, promoting optimal scalp health and hair length retention. And then there's a twist and braid out souffle. It's supposed to divine your twist outs and braid outs with a rich creamy souffle crafted with real sea-derived ingredients. And it's supposed to deliver lasting hold while deeply nourishing, infusing your hair strands with moisture and shine. And then there's a maximum shimmering slick black glaze, and that's supposed to provide strong flexible hold while nourishing your hair with powerful marine ingredients. Now this glaze I've seen actually has like glitter things in there. I think a couple of the products might have glitter particles. I might be wrong on that. It might be just the gel actually. And that was the only one I was like potentially see myself interested in, but I really don't want glitter in. I think all of these products are probably good, but I just don't think that they're geared towards my hair's needs. I don't need stuff that is super heavy and moisturizing. And I could just see if I had gotten this whole line that my hair would just be very weighed down. So I think it's a cute play on, you know, watch and see type of theme, but I'm really just not interested in this one. But let me know if you guys are interested in that one. That's not part of the ones that I'm going to include in the vote as far as what I would try, like I said, but I'm just curious if any of you have heard of it and are interested in it. Now moving on to another brand that I am actually going to include in the voting is the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk. They have expanded that line. They've added 2 products that are fragrance-free. So they have a fragrance-free gel option and a fragrance-free cream option. Those aren't the products that I'm looking at including, but I do think it's good for those of you who are sensitive to fragrance or scents in general. That might be very helpful. But the 2 products that I'm looking and including in the vote, if you guys would like to see this, are the Defining Spray Gel and the Frizz Control Moisturizing Lotion. Now it says for the spray gel that the curl definition you want and the easy lightweight application you need. The Curl Talk Defining Spray Gel defines logic by effortlessly building definition and adding volume and controlling frizz without ever adding weight to the waves and curls. Light on curls, strong on definition, and big on bounce. So that sounds nice. Those are pretty good claims. I tend to be hesitant towards spray gels, and I'm not really sure how I feel about this one. In all honesty, if I did the spray gel, if this is one of them that you guys chose, I would probably just spray it into my hands and then apply it that way and glaze it onto my hair or rake it into my hair. That's probably what I would choose to do. And it doesn't talk about hold really. It talks about building volume and definition, but it doesn't really talk about hold. So I'm a little leery on that. I guess if you always did feel like you needed more hold, you could go in with a hard hold gel on top and that wouldn't be a problem. And then for the lotion, I wonder what's different from the cream, but it says it's for dry frizzy curls to drink up. The Curl Talk Frizz Control Moisturizing Lotion is lightweight enough to penetrate the hair's cuticles and rich enough to meet all your moisture needs. It's supposed to control frizz, fight humidity, and seal split ends without the weight and grease, so you can swap frizz for soft, defined curls. So, I mean, it sounds good. I don't know if this would be more lightweight than the cream. I kind of think it might be. I think both of these products are geared to be more lightweight the way it sounds like. So this is one of them, like I said, that you can vote for. But the other thing that I'm torn in is, do I just want to save this one for next year when I bring back my affordable drugstore videos? Both of these products technically retail for $10.99 on the website. So I typically like to do my affordable drugstore at the $10 mark, but that does get more difficult as prices go up. So let me know how you would like to see this. Would you prefer to see this next year in an affordable drugstore video, or would you prefer to see this more like sooner, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There's gonna be other options to vote on. So that's just one of the options. Moving on though to another option, we have the Rizo Curls. They have come out with a multitasking line. They have a leave-in conditioner, and then they also have a custard. So I don't know if I would need both of these to style my hair, but I would try both of these just to see how they work together. For the custard, it says it's supposed to promote high slip styling custard that enhances definition, locks in moisture, and reduces frizz. The curl custard is a 2-in-1 multifunctional cream and gel that gives a medium to flexible hold for shiny, defined, bouncy curls. So it does talk about being a cream and gel, and my hair typically doesn't need both, but I could still make a video featuring both of them in 2 different ways, I feel like. Let's look at what the leave-in is supposed to do for your curls. The leave-in is supposed to be a heat protection, so it's called the Heat Protection Multivitamin Leave-In. And it's supposed to experience the nourishing benefits of a 13 plus vitamins and amino acids clinically proven to reduce frizz and breakage while giving your hair smoother and softer look. This is an all-in-one heat protection multivitamin leave-in, provides deep hydration, frizz control, and heat protection up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, plus a daily dose of nutrients for stronger, healthier hair. It's supposed to be a lightweight formula and is the perfect daily leave-in to repair and protect all hair types. So I like the idea that it's supposed to be a more lightweight formula. And like I said, I might try and pair together if you guys chose this as one of them for me to do, or I might do it paired with something else, but combine it both in the same video. We'll see. It all depends on kind of what you guys vote on as well. Next is a SheaMoisture. They have come out with a new line called the Curl Stretch line. And I personally don't want my curls to stretch. I like the bounce. I like the shrinkage. I just did a protein treatment last night, and I'm happy with my shrinkage. That's what I look forward to. But if I did want to stretch out my curls, I guess this would be the place to go. They have a shampoo, a conditioner, and a volume cream and a refresh spray. Now, personally, I would prefer to see like a harder hold product in here, something like a gel or maybe a mousse or foam. More like a finishing product in my mind, because to me, typically I don't look for a cream as my single styler. I can make it work on occasion, but that's just not something I look to do. And like I said, I'm not looking to stretch my curls, so this is a line I'm generally not interested in. But I do have a question. Why does SheaMoisture not have this on their website? At least I couldn't find it. I know it's available on Walmart's website, and I know it's available on Amazon, but if you're going to introduce a new line, why do you not put it on your website first? I think they did the same thing for their Bond line that they brought out last summer. Like, what's with that SheaMoisture? It's annoying. Sorry about that little rant. Let's move on to another product here. We have Uncle Funky's, and I have not tried too much from Uncle Funky's. As a matter of fact, I've only tried their Uncle Funky's was the Curly Magic Curl Stimulator. That is the only product I've ever tried, but they brought out a new one and I am interested in this. So this is one of them that you can choose to vote on if you're interested, is the Soul Bounce Texture Defining Mousse. It says lock and hold, boost shine, and amplify volume and define texture with our honey, quinoa, and keratin formulated texture defining mousse. And it says it also pairs well with their top selling Curly Magic. So I personally wouldn't see myself pairing it with the Curly Magic, because to me the Curly Magic is a one and done styler. It is moisturizing enough that I don't want to add anything else for moisture. Although I'm not sure how much this foam does provide for moisture wise. It doesn't say anything about that. It just talks about hold, shine, volume, and definition. I like the fact that it has some proteins in it, apparently with the keratin and quinoa, but it also has honey in it, so that's a humectant that should lend to it should be okay for my hair. If you're interested in seeing me try this, let me know, like I said, down below in the comments. But this is definitely one I'm interested in and may pick up at some point regardless. The next brand I have is Main Choice has brought out a new mousse as well. It's actually a foam type consistency, I believe, but it is part of their Ancient Egyptian Antidote Ultimate Definition Setting Mousse. So it is supposed to boost volume, shape, and hold curls, and provides 450 degree Fahrenheit heat protection. This does sound like an interesting mousse. This is one of those that also you can choose to vote on if you would like. I'm not sure. It kind of seems to me like it, just based on the description, that might be very similar to their what is that one that I love? It's one of their lines that's no longer available. It's their Peach and Black Tea Volume Mousse, and that one was really good. That's not the whole title of the mousse. That one has been one of my favorites for a long time, but you can't get your hands on it anymore. So this one seems like it might be similar just based on the description, but it also, on one of the pictures, also talks about a signature blend of oils. So there are like 4 oils that they have in here. There's the Kalahari oil. There's another oil that's covered over by part of their website, so I can't read it. And then there's a Maganga oil, and there's a Baobab oil. So maybe it's a more heavy foam as well. With all those oils, depends on how it's formulated. It might be kind of like weighing my hair down. It might leave your hair with kind of a very shiny look that might lend to the shine. And I'm just not sure how it's going to work. But if you'd like to see me try it, once again, you can choose to vote on it. Moving on to the brand Ouidad, they have come out with a new product. It's part of their advanced climate control line. It is a curl miracle treatment, they call it. It says this is a silicone-free anti-frizz treatment that provides immediate frizz reduction and glass-like curls that last up to 3 shampoos. So that's interesting. Like, because silicone does typically give you more of a smoother look, it does help control frizz. But I wonder how they make it supposedly last up to 3 shampoos. There is a little asterisk using it. So it says after using the advanced climate control defrizzing shampoo and conditioner. So they recommend that you use their shampoo and conditioner specifically with this. It's supposed to shield against humidity, provide long-lasting frizz control, as we said, and it's also supposed to strengthen and protect and moisturize curls so they're soft, glossy, and healthy looking. There's also supposed to be a UV filter protectant against UV rays. So it sounds like it's a very good product. I don't know that I'm necessarily interested in this one because, as I said, to test this out, you would need to use the corresponding shampoo and conditioner. And while I could do that, I'm not really looking to unless I feature like this whole lineup, I think. But if you guys are interested in it, let me know. I'd love to know if this is something that you guys think would be helpful for your routine. This, like I said, isn't one that I'm going to include in the vote, but I want to know if you guys are personally yourselves interested in trying it, because I think it would be good possibly in the summertime if it lives up to its claims. Next up, from the brand Dew, they have released 2 new products, and this one, the first one has been out for a little while, is no longer listed as new on their website, but is the Chief Rocca Extreme Moisture Mousse. This is supposed to be a moisture-rich gel-to-foam styler that delivers lasting definition, flexible hold, and smooth touchable finish with no flakes. I don't know that I need extreme moisture, but I am kind of interested in this one. I mean, you can get moisture and hold, so it sounds like it's supposed to be like a one-and-done product. And that does perk my interest. I can't get this at my local stores, but if you guys want me to try this, go ahead and vote on it. And there is another product in this brand too that I'm going to let you guys vote on. Like, if you chose the Dew, I would just include both of these products and once again try to fit it into one video for you. The other new product that they have is the Bananas Extreme Hold Hair Gel. This is supposed to be Extreme Hold Hair Gel for sleek, spiked, or slicked styles. And while I don't see myself using either of those, I think if you use a good leave-in conditioner underneath of that, you wouldn't have to worry about it being too strong for like a regular wash and go. I don't know, that's just my thought. So let me know, vote down below if you're interested in seeing anything from the Dew. The next brand that has a new line that has come out is As I Am. They have a new bond line, and in that they have an infused water, they have a shampoo, a conditioner, a leave-in conditioner, an oil, and a mask. This line seems to be very similar to a lot of their lines where they have, you know, a shampoo, conditioner, they have an infused water that, you know, promotes something from that line, and then a leave-in conditioner. They don't always have a mask. A mask is kind of something that I'm a little surprised to see. And they typically have oils. And none of these really speak to me as a line because I want to see a final styling product. I would love to see a mousse or foam or a gel. That is something to me that I can finish my style up with. And I know they do have a few lines, or at least one line with a mousse, but yeah, I don't think I'm really interested in this line particularly. If you guys are interested in it for yourselves personally though, like I said, always let me know down below. I'd love to hear from you on that. I need a little matcha break. My mouth is getting dry here. Next up, Cantu has come out with a new line. It is their weightless line. In this, they have a shampoo, a conditioner, a curl cream, a leave-in, and a gel. I think in general, this line is supposed to focus on looser curl patterns. It says formulated for waves and loose curls. Now within the category of waves and loose curls, you can have a whole lot of different needs. So I think like a whole line to focus on just looser curls is kind of a little misguided. That's not to say I'm not interested in this product. I am interested in this line, and this is one of those that I think I want to reserve for my next year when I do my affordable drugstore videos. But if you guys would like to see this earlier before that, let me know. Like I said, this is one of those that you can vote on. Blue agave is apparently supposed to be one of like the key ingredients in this line, but as I was saying before, waves and looser curls, like you can have high porosity hair that is waves and looser curls, or you can have low porosity, and they have drastic different needs. So I don't think like this is appropriately targeted, but I think it might work for my hair. So let me know, like I said, when you would like to see that, if you'd like to see it more immediate or if you'd like to see it next year. Another brand has come out with a Bond line, and that is OGX. They have their Bond Protein Repair Routine. And in this, they have a pre-poo, they have a shampoo, a conditioner, a 1-minute mask, a heat protectant spray, a sealing serum, and a 3-in-1 oil. So the sealing serum is supposed to be for more fine hair, and then the 3-in-1 oil is supposed to be for thicker hair. The only product I'm kind of interested in here really is the 1-minute mask. I mean, I think the shampoo and conditioner could be a good addition, and maybe even the pre-poo shampoo. I'm not really sure if that's supposed to provide slip and detangling, then yes, I think a pre-poo shampoo would be nice for my routine. But I'm not like running out to go get this. This would be definitely one of those that I would push off to, like, you know, next year possibly. But the fact that they don't have a final styler leaves me to like pull back and not really necessarily want to try this. Let me know if this is something though that you guys would like to see next year. Once again, in my affordable drugstore video. I couldn't create a complete routine, but I could do a partial routine with it. Next up, I have a brand that I'm very confused by, and that's Curlsmith. I don't know what's going on, kind of. Their detox shampoo, it appears that they have reformulated, so it's more of a chelating shampoo, which can be nice, but I think they might have gotten the scrub part out of that. I think they might be phasing out the original detox that has the fine scrubbies in it, like the sugar scrubs, and upgrading it to this one. I do think that would be a nice addition, although I really like their old one. It was kind of stripping, and I've heard this one is a little lighter weight as far as it doesn't strip your hair, leave it with that parched feeling. So I'm not really sure how I feel about that. It's one of those that I think I would like to try in the future eventually, but I'm not like rushing out to go get. Next up, they have a Curl Shield cream, and I'm not sure if this was taken from their fragrance free, because I think some of these products also were taken from their fragrance free line, or their Shine line, I'm sorry, and they've changed them to this fragrance free version. So I'm not exactly sure if the Curl Shield is like completely new. It doesn't say. It just says new on it. It doesn't say new and improved formula like the detox shampoo said. Let's see, let's just click on the cream and see what it says on here. It says a nourishing cream that creates a protective barrier against heat damage while improving split ends instantly. So, I mean, it sounds nice. I have enough Curlsmith creams though currently, and I don't feel like I need to rush out and go try this one. And then they have, this one isn't new, but it's changed to a fragrance free, and I'm losing my voice. It's the fragrance-free Stronghold Gel. I think I heard that this one had come from their Shine line, like that stronger hold gel that they had from this one, and they just changed it a bit. But this one doesn't say new, and it doesn't say new and improved formula. So I don't know. And then another thing that they do have is the Defrizzion Curl Reviving Wand. I didn't know this was released. I just came upon it as I was looking up for the detox shampoo and the cream and such. But it looks like a curling wand, basically. I'm not interested in this personally. I would like to see, I think it'd be more multifunctional if you could create it something like the Dyson, where you can put multiple tools on it. So you could use the diffuser, or you can make it a curling wand, or like a straightening brush type deal. That would be more benefit, I think. It is pretty pricey. It retails for $189. It does have multiple tools that you could put on for different curl types, but I think this is kind of gimmicky. That's my personal take on it. We're getting close to the end, folks. Are you holding it in there? Are any of you still with me? Next up, we have the Briogeo. They have come out with a dry shampoo puff, and I have never seen anything like this. It looks kind of like a makeup puff, like a compact thing, and that you're supposed to dab onto your hair. It says this is a lightweight, aerosol-free dry shampoo that helps refresh roots and hairstyles with a compact powder puff for convenient on-the-go touch-ups. And I could see how you could easily take this with you. It looks like it's supposed to absorb some of the oils like a dry shampoo would when I'm looking at the before and after photos. But I don't think it's going to be great on frizz. Like, if you're dabbing that onto your hair, I could just see it kind of creating frizz, which might not be an issue for you guys, but for me, I don't really see something I'm liking. It does look like it also kind of, if you have that split where your roots show, it looks like it could kind of cover that up. How to use it: you're supposed to remove the safety seal, pat the puff directly on your hair and scalp, and then massage in and shake out the excess and lock the cap back in place. So, I mean, for some people, they might like this. I think this would be more geared towards a person with more straight hair personally. I think I could just see it messing up my curls kind of. But that's my own personal thought. I don't really use dry shampoos all that often anyways. Last product we have, folks, we've made it to the end. We have Carol's Daughter, and they have added to their Goddess Strength line. They have the Goddess Strength Hair Regrowth Treatment. It says it's clinically proven to help regrow hair in 4 months. It's formulated with 2% minoxidil and #1 dermatologist endorsed active ingredient for hair loss. It's supposed to target hair loss by reactivating the hair follicles and stimulates growth for thicker, fuller hair. I have 2 serums that I have used in the past and really love. There's a Briogeo scalp serum that I really love. And then more recently, I've been using the Living Proof scalp serum, if I could talk. That one's supposed to target gray hairs. I don't know how effective it is at it. For a while, I thought it was really working, and now I'm not so sure. But I like both of those, and they're very comparable in price. And so I don't feel like, at least at this point in my hair journey, that I really need a whole lot of hair regrowth. I mean, the sides here are always thinner. I think this is actually thicker than it has been before in the past. So I'm happy with my hair's density really right now. I mean, I always like to see it maybe a little thicker and fuller, but I like what I'm using right now. And if I need it thicker and fuller, I think I just need to be more consistent with using the products that I currently have. All right, so as I said, that wraps up the list of products that have come out new in this quarter. There are probably others that I have missed. There's no way I think I can spot absolutely every new product that has come out for curly hair, but let me know what you're most interested in. And also, please vote as to which product you would like to see me try in a more new video, like a more immediate video coming out here. I'm not sure exactly when I'll get to it. Kind of depends on when I can get my hands on the products. But once again, I'm going to run through the list of ones that you can choose from to vote. You could choose from the Not Your Mother's products, Rizo Curls products, the Uncle Funky's Daughter mousse, the Main Choice mousse, the Ancient Egyptian mousse, the Dew Chief Rocca, or the Bananas Extreme Hold. Either one of those or both, and even the Cantu wait list. Those are the ones that I'm giving you to choose. Those are 6 different brands that you can choose from, so let me know which one you'd like to see. I'd love to hear from you guys, and until I see you again in the next video, have a great day. Bye.